my guy right here, man. I love him to death. And I'm going to tell you the story and give it up for Mr. Rodney Rogers. Y'all give it up for Julius Beefy Dillard.
Love you, boy. Love you too.
I'm going to sit down and let her tell her story, and you guys just pay attention. Give a warm welcome for Tanisha Bagley. The real is just that. It's kind of self-explanatory. Our primary responsibility is to build men, build young men into men. I wanted real stories. I wanted it raw, uncut. I wanted these guys to hear about the hardships of life. I wanted them to hear about the great and the finer things in life and how to respect it. And there are proper steps that you must go to respect that and sustain that. And that's the hardest thing to do when you're successful, is sustain that success. So I just wanted to invite different speakers in that I thought would pretty much capture their attention, and it worked out well.
Coach did a great job on choosing the people and who went at what time, because all of them were from 4 totally different realms of the universe. They brought 4 different things and aspects of life that we just took from, and we're looking at them and it's kind of like, whoa, like they're taking our breath away. Even if you may have known a couple of them before they even spoke, once you understood their story and what they've been through and what they've taught us, it just made us even more gracious for them being here.
I said I wanted to make beats. I was on the Dean's list and everything. But I said I just want to make beats. I really want to make beats, and I really want to become a DJ. I really want to learn the art of making beats and becoming a DJ and learning the art of hip hop, because it is a culture before it's anything else. I started making beats, and I made beats every day, all the time, every day, every day. There's a saying that I want you guys to write down, and the saying goes, chance favors the well-prepared.
Right now you have an opportunity as a basketball player to fulfill your dream, to play. Even if you don't go to the NBA, you get an education. If you do go to the NBA without the education, what you gonna do with the money? 70% of them dudes broke. I did smoke weed, I did drink, and that led me to make the decisions. The irrational decisions would put me where I didn't need to be. The people I hurt, my mom, my kids, my friends, people that cared about me, nephew, these dudes.
After you've gone through the kicking and the beating and the slapping and the punching, and I know you're probably saying, well, what in the world did it? I mean, goodness gracious, what finally triggered you to leave? Well, it was a couple of things. In one particular, I went to chastise my 3-year-old son, who was doing something he had no business. He was playing in water. And he looked at me, and I told him to get down, and he looked at me and he pointed at me and he says, I'm gonna tell Daddy to take you in that room and beat you when he gets home. And that's when I knew that I was sending a message that it was okay for Daddy to beat Mommy. And also the flip side of it, I was looking bad, guys. My hair looked a mess. And I would go to work every day, and this one girl, she did hair on the side, and she says, listen, come to me, I will do your hair for free. I'm like, dang, I look that bad? You gotta do my hair for free? But I went home that night and I had to beg him to get my hair done. And the thing with him was, he thought I was trying to look good for the guys at work, when really, men repulsed me. Ugh. The furthest thing from my mind was another man. All I wanted to do was look decent and go to work. And so I went, and he says, go, just go. And so I go get my hair done. And for the first time in a long time, guys, I felt pretty. I had all these little curls in my hair, the little straw sets. You girls know what I'm talking about. And I had these curls in my hair, and I can remember driving home. And I had my hair in the wind, and I was on cloud 9. And I walk in the house, and the first thing he does is hit me. And he had the kids come up to me, and they were standing around, and he had them pointing and laughing at me, calling me, little orphan Annie. And he went and he got a cup of water, and he doused my hair with the water. That was it. Something as simple as a hairdo is what made me snap. Not all of the things that he had done to me all of this time. It was a hairdo.
She was a strong individual to go through what she went through, and to just go through that and manage to make a better life for yourself and your kids by yourself, without anyone help, and not telling anyone, just going through it all by yourself and bottling it up and not wanting to commit suicide or anything. You know, people with all that stress want to commit suicide. She stayed strong and became successful.
Back to Rogers, it's a three-pointer, and it's good. Rodney with his second long range.
Look at the D now, get a steal. Oh, yes.
They got the steal. Look at that, Scott Rogers. He'll pull up, same spot, same result.
Let's go, 2-point game.
There's another steal. Rogers will try another three. Oh my God!
They don't look like they know where they're going, and the shot comes up.
Oh my goodness! Rodney Rogers!
You know, never take nothing for granted. You know, I mean, I never took anything for granted, but, you know, I was having fun playing with my buddies, and we riding dirt bikes, and look what happened. I ended up in a wheelchair, you know, for the rest of my life. You know, probably I got a small chance where I might be able to walk again, but just, you know, make the best out of everything and take it and have fun. I want y'all to have fun and enjoy yourself. God gave all y'all a talent. If he didn't, y'all wouldn't be here now. So use your talent, have fun, enjoy yourself, but don't take nothing for granted, because you never know what can happen.
By the time I looked at my computer, before I played a beat for Jay-Z, I was on my 1,198th beat. 1,198. I think out of that 1,198 beat, I probably got paid for 6 of them.
I don't even know how he did it, honestly, because after a while, in an industry like that, you know, sometimes you got to pack it up, and that was his passion, that was his love. He stuck with it. I mean, if you make 2,000 beats, that's crazy, and then only selling 6 of them is even worse. Like that would crush some people mentally, like make them want to give up. And the fact that he didn't, and then he met Jay-Z.
All of those times I sat in the room, I just made beat after beat after beat, just like you should shoot free throw after free throw after free throw after free throw. Every drill, everything, without you getting paid, without the babes hollering, whatever it is, you have to treat your sport like a craft. Because when you ain't working, trust me, somebody else is. Somebody. I walked in and I sat in front of him, he said, man, let me hear what you got. So I played him 29 beats. I had 4 other beat CDs with like 60 beats on the piece. I wasn't losing when I was going in there, right? So I went in, he's like, man, you got a lot of beats, man. He's like, what you doing on Monday? This is Saturday night, so what you doing on Monday? I said, what I need to be doing on Monday. He said, you need to be here, because so far I got Just Blaze on 2 records, I got a Pharrell on 2 records, I got Timbaland on a record, I got DJ Quick on the record, I got Kanye on a couple of records. I want you to be one of my new dudes on the album. At that time, the lawyer started talking and everything. It was like, Jay-Z's like, I'm gonna pay you $10K for this beat. $10,000 from a kid coming from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, coming from this school, who made beats every day, because I wanted to learn the craft first. I didn't think I was gonna make no money off of it. I wanted to learn the craft. I wanted to be in the same sentence as the Pete Rocks and the DJ Premiers and the Kanye West and the Just Blaze. I wanted to be in that sentence, so I just made beats all the time. So he said, so I got this song, man, that I want you to make a beat out of. You ever heard of this song called A Woman's Threat by R. Kelly? I said, yeah, I heard that song. He pulled a CD on top. He said, well, here's the song. I want you to use this beat to make the song. Use this song to make the beat. Me and B going to get something to eat. We'll be right back. I'll be back in 25 minutes. I hope you got something before I come back. I hope you got something before I come back. Pressure like that is like NCAA finals at the line. You down by 1. That's exactly what that is. Now, if you ain't been in this gym, McDougal Gymnasium, shooting those free throws, chance favors the well-prepared. The chance of you hitting that shot, when your team, those 2 shots your team needs to win, you're prepared for it. You're well prepared for it. I was prepared. I'm like, what? Beats? I do that all the time. I had that thing chopped up in 20 minutes.
Just be well prepared at what you do, because you know you might get that opportunity, whether it's when we're talking about basketball, like for instance the MEAC tournament, you only get one chance each game, and that chance, might be the biggest chance of your lifetime. You got to just be well prepared, and hopefully you'll go to the NCAA tournament.
I thought I was untouchable, man. I thought I was, I'm for real. How? Get me how? If I can't get away, I got the money to get away. Don't work like that, yo. It don't work like that, I'm telling you. I started to bring about 15, 20 pieces of cardboard in here. Why, huh? So you'll have it if you ain't got a second plan. So you stand out there on that road, you can go ahead on right on there, we'll work for food. I started to bring each one of you one, for real.
Crazy world, you know, it doesn't wait for you, it's not gonna be nice to you, you know. You just gotta be ready for whatever and understand that anything can happen. Whether you're successful or not, you can, you know, chances can change.
That you should never give up. I mean, even though you might be on the your downside, they might be ready to quit, just gotta push through it.
And I want y'all to listen and hear what I say. You trust until you give me a reason not to trust you. And I treat everybody the way that I want to be treated. I don't care who you are, your color, your religion, I don't care. That's how I am. I try to walk that walk, I really, really do. And most people would think it's so hard because of what I've gone through. How can you really trust someone else? Because how do I know the next man is not the right man if I'm treating him like the old man?
I left my little girl, she was in my fiance's stomach. When I got back, she was a sophomore in high school. A couple years ago, we went to lunch for the first time since she was born. She's a senior in high school now. And I didn't allow her to come see me because the places that I were at, my kids won't come in there, you know? They just won't come in there. And while I was there, pretty much what I'm doing now is what I did there. I started programs because there's nothing there, man. You just there. You know, you count 3 times a day, where my mule at, you know? If one missing, they going to find it. That's it. They don't push you for education, they don't push you for rehabilitation. All you're gonna do is you're gonna get up, you're gonna work for them, or you're going in 6x9, and you're gonna sit in that 6x9 until you decide you wanna work.
Yeah, where I grew up around all that type of stuff with drug dealers and all of that. It's just, the fact is, can you change? And you get that one chance if you can change or not. I mean, by him going to jail and seeing reality for real and knowing that that wasn't for him, I think that made him a tough man that he decided to change.
Y'all brothers now, you know, not just friends, y'all brothers because you're a family. So, you know, the best team I ever played on was probably New Jersey Nets with Kenyon Martin and Jason Kidd. Me and Jason played in Phoenix before too, so all us hung together. Where we went, you saw all us together. And it was unbelievable because all the other teams I was on, everybody was going different ways. And this team, we hung together. We made sure we held each other accountable. If you're gonna fight one, you gotta fight the rest of us. So, you know, a lot of people didn't, you know, give us a lot of trouble like that. But, you know, the name of the thing was, when we got to practice, we knew we took it seriously. We pushed each other very hard, no matter what. Sometimes we almost want to fight each other, but we knew we was only trying to pull the best out of each other so we could be winners. That was it.
You know, my father knows him, so I actually got I got a chance to watch him a long time ago, and I'm a student of the game, so like I knew who Rodney Rogers was as soon as I seen him standing out there. So to see him and to see the condition that he's in, but still be able to, you know, now come out in public and still accept that as his life, and that's strength. That's true strength to me.
When we started it, you know, and I kind of had the element of surprise to it. You know, when I introduced the figure, they didn't know who was there to speak to him. And when I introduced them to Ninth, you know, I just think he really, being as though he was the first speaker, I think he set the tone and captured everyone's attention for all the upcoming speakers because his story was so powerful. And there was a direct connection with our guys and him because North Carolina Central, so it's like, regardless of what you want to do in life, you can make it from here because I sat in the same classrooms that you're sitting in. And it's going to take some belief, it's going to take some perseverance, but I just really think he set the tone for the entire team. So I was in amazement, to answer the question, I was in amazement of just how everyone was in awe.
Know the craft, gentlemen. Know the craft. Trust me, if you learn the craft, it will land you and give you the longevity that you need to play ball or do whatever.
Regardless of what you do, there's gonna be those doubts. You can hit 30 points tomorrow. You can hit 30 points every game, and still gonna be somebody be like, he don't deserve no NBA tryout. For what? Man, look where he playing at, Central. You got all these dudes come from these little small colleges, but they still don't believe. You see what I'm saying? They still don't believe. So, you know, you just gotta stay focused on what you wanna do. But that's how I stay sane, man. I stay sane just like that, you know? Reading, writing, staying to myself, bettering myself, understanding what was going on, staying out of other folk business. Cause there was a lot going on right now. You know what I'm saying? A lot going on.
But the fact that, you know, that he was able to change and after 16 years, he still doing well for himself. He's in the car business. Like, it shows that, you know, if you put an effort into it or your mind to it, you can change for the good. And that's always good, because that betters you as a person and that helps better the world.
You know, you hear people say, forgive, 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 I can't forgive, or I'll forgive, but I'll never forget, and all that other stuff. You have to forgive, because forgiveness is not about him or the person that hurt you. It's about you. But you know what I did first? I had to forgive myself. I had to forgive myself for what I did to myself. And you know what that goes back to? Taking ownership and saying, you know what? I messed up. I did this. I did this. I make mistakes. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna continue to make mistakes. I'm human.
Y'all just make sure y'all take care of each other, watch each other's back, man, because you know what? Coach can only do so much. You know, he can only protect y'all against so much stuff that goes on. But like I said, y'all can help each other out by watching each other back, making sure everybody do the right thing, they're in the right place at the right time, and hold each other accountable, man. That's it. You know, look, you in college, man. Just think about, I mean, there's so many people that's not in college, and then y'all playing basketball too. It's amazing, you know.
Well, I think, you know, Pat and I attended North Carolina Central together. We were the best of friends, so I knew his struggle. I knew his plight, but these kids know about his success. And after we tied everything in, I think ninth story was be prepared and you can achieve and receive the opportunity. I think Julius' story was be grateful for the opportunity that you have, because I made mistakes and I ended up being incarcerated, and I missed out on that time because I had the same ability as you. I think Tanisha's perspective was, once you have this opportunity, there's a code of conduct that you must follow at all times. And if you break that, then you completely lose that opportunity, and it can go at the drop of a dime. And then I think Rodney's perspective was, I've been there, I've done that, I've had the opportunity, I lived most of your dreams, but I lost it because of one critical mistake, so that opportunity can be lost. So we kind of centered all the guest speakers around the word opportunity and just let them come in and get a perspective and get their stories, and hopefully our guys could take a piece of something out of it.